What not to do as a rideshare driver. There are some behaviors that drivers can exhibit that are so heinous, so criminal, that the only way you could preface it or title the video is a very bad Lyft driver. The details of this are just freaking weird. I don't know how the hell this happened, but nevertheless, it is a major crime, a Class A felony. But I can't even preface it because the way it took place is so freaking weird. So I'm just simply going to give you the details as provided by authorities in the article. A Lyft driver is accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl who flagged him down when she needed her cell phone charged in Santa Ana last month. Now, obviously, the huge red flag in this case is why the hell would a 15-year-old girl flag down the vehicle of a random stranger to have her cell phone charged? Now, it continues on and gives you a little bit of a description of it, but it does not get any less freaking weird. Here goes. She saw the suspect, Freddie Rojas, 30, of Orange, driving by slowly, and she flagged him down to ask for a charger. Now, there should be two clear issues or concerns that you may have in this. First of all, flagging down a random stranger at the age of 15 is fucking ridiculous. 15 is a minor, no doubt about that, and he needs to be charged for violating the innocence of a minor. Nevertheless, at the age of 15, you should have your wits about you to know damn well the dangers of flagging down a random stranger to ask if they have a freaking charger for your cell phone. Obvious secondary question is, how long do you expect this damn dude to stay with you while you're charging your phone? You really expect a random stranger to stop their vehicle and sit there with you by the side of the road while you charge your phone? Where the hell did this girl come from? Not to go down the avenue of victim blaming at all. What happened to her is criminal and wrong, and the driver should get his up and comings. Nevertheless, how could a 15-year-old be this damn naive to just assume somebody's going to stop and let you charge your phone and wait for you? Just simply makes no sense at all. Now, the second bigger red flag in this is the statement that she saw the suspect driving by slowly when she asked if she could use if he had a charger or something of that nature. Driving by slowly. We all were taught stranger danger, even growing up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. How could a 15-year-old see a grown-ass man driving by slowly and not have some form of spidey sense or some kind of tingling going on that this might be stranger danger? This story makes no damn sense if you ask yours truly. Nevertheless, he did stop the car, and it only got worse from there. Stopped the car, offered to assist her in charging her phone basically when she came over to the car, he grabbed her ass, took her to a different location, a parking lot according to authorities, and there is where he sexually assaulted her. After committing the heinous crime, drove her to another location and put her out of the vehicle. So, I mean, obviously we talk about doing cash trips because it eliminates the 80% or ridiculous rate that Uber and Lyft take from the fares, but this is an obvious huge issue that can happen with passengers and drivers doing business outside of the app, because clearly there is no digital footprint of what the hell happened here. Now, the authorities point out that he was driving a rented white Nissan Rogue, so probably street cameras or maybe witness accounts and things like that helped them track the driver down. That's not stated so far, at least from the article and from what I can track down. So they didn't state how they caught the guy, but they knew what type of car he had and the fact that it was rented. So they did catch him, but when you do transactions outside of using the app, this is the kind of stuff that can happen. I'm not here to speak out against drivers that take cash trips. Obviously, you're going to make a hell of a lot more money if you take direct cash from passengers. But the negative is this, where something can happen and you have no digital trail of who the hell you just did business with if you are victimized. This is from a driver and a potential passenger being victimized aspect. It could happen either way. We get passengers that carjack us all the damn time. If you simply pick up a stranger to do a cash trip, they pull out a pistol, you have no digital evidence of who the hell got in your vehicle. So there are pros and cons to this. Nevertheless, in this case, this is horrendous. Now, the guy ended up being charged with kidnapping, sexual assault, the typical shit he deserves, being held on a $1 million bail. But following up this story, there is a detective out there. And I also want to point this out, not necessarily something I normally would do, but in this case, it should resonate as to why. Detective out there, Amanda Miller, see the number on the bottom of the screen, wants folks to call that number if they believe that they have been victimized by this guy. Only stating that because if a Lyft driver is willing to do some shit like this to somebody right off the street, there's a good chance he's done some shit like this to somebody else right off the street in the past. This is a pretty heinous crime to do this to somebody, that is underage. Nevertheless, I just simply cannot grapple how the hell a 15-year-old would think it was smart to do what was done here in the first place. Who the hell's going to stop and wait for you to charge your phone? Stop their whole damn car in the middle of the road and just sit there and wait for you, somebody they don't even know, while you charge your phone. I am trying to avoid victim blaming at all costs, but I'm wondering if this 15-year-old girl did not do something in addition to asking to entice this guy to stop. I don't want to go down that avenue because it'll make me look like shit, because it is indeed victim blaming. But how do you get somebody to stop and offer to let you charge your phone with their car? No one is going to say yes to that. Absolutely no one is going to stop their damn car and let you sit there and wait while you charge your phone. Any 15-year-old should know that shit. Nevertheless, before I end the video, I just want to ask you folks, have you ever had someone try to flag you down? Cash trips or for something else? Do you stop for this kind of thing? I've talked about this in regards to driver safety. A lot of us drivers meet some horrendous endings. Drivers get assaulted sexually as well. I don't advise letting anyone flag you down. In fact, I advise when you are not working, if you're on lunch break or something like that, lay low. Go to an area where there's a hell of a lot of people around. If you're working at night, well lit, do not let people flag you down randomly on the street. I'm not a big fan of it, which is why I also do not encourage putting Uber and Lyft stickers on your vehicle unless absolutely required by local jurisdictions. But let your boy know in the comments. This is an awful story. As always, it's your boy Tim. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.